Before you throw away another penny, you need to watch this video carefully, because two ordinary-looking Lincoln 1-cent coins from 1984 and 1985 without a mint mark could secretly be worth an unbelievable amount of money. Most people ignore these coins every single day. They sit inside old jars, dusty drawers, piggy banks, and even pocket change. But collectors are paying huge money for certain rare versions with hidden errors and special features. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what to look for before it's too late. Welcome back to Coin Study, the channel where we uncover valuable coins hiding in plain sight. If you love rare coin discoveries and want to know which coins could make you rich, then make sure you watch this video until the very end because the final coin value might completely shock you. Now here's something important many people don't know. When a Lincoln cent has no mint mark, it usually means the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1984 and 1985, millions of pennies were made there, but only a tiny number became rare because of minting mistakes, double designs, off-center strikes, die cracks, and high-grade conditions. These are the coins collectors desperately search for. Let's start with the 1984 Lincoln 1 cent with no mint mark. At first glance, this coin looks completely normal. Abraham Lincoln's portrait appears on the front, and the Lincoln Memorial is on the back. The date 1984 sits near Lincoln's shoulder, and because there is no mint mark under the date, that means it came from Philadelphia. But hidden among millions of ordinary coins is one of the most famous Lincoln cent errors ever discovered: the 1984 doubled ear penny. This coin became legendary because Lincoln's ear appears doubled very clearly. If you look closely with a magnifying glass, you'll notice an extra shape underneath the ear, almost like Lincoln has two ears. This happened because of a doubling error during the die creation process at the mint. Collectors absolutely love dramatic double die coins, especially when the error can be seen easily without expensive equipment. That's exactly why the 1984 doubled ear penny became one of the most wanted Lincoln cents of the 1980s. Now imagine this. Someone could receive this coin in change at a grocery store and never realize they're holding a treasure. Many people spend these rare pennies accidentally because they don't know what to check. And here's where things become exciting. The value of a normal circulated 1984 penny without mint mark is usually only 1 cent to a few cents. But if you find the doubled ear variety in strong condition, the price can jump dramatically. Some examples have sold for hundreds of dollars, while extremely high-grade specimens certified by professional grading companies have sold for thousands. That's why collectors search through rolls of pennies every single day hoping to discover one. Now let's talk about another important feature you should inspect on 1984 pennies. Look carefully at the lettering. Sometimes you may find doubling in Liberty or In God We Trust. Certain coins also show die cracks running across the surface. These mint-made errors increase collector interest because every unusual feature makes the coin more unique. Another thing that affects value is color. Lincoln cents are usually categorized as brown, red-brown, or red. A bright original red coin is much more valuable because it means the penny preserved its original mint luster over the years. Most pennies darken with age, so finding a fully red 1984 penny in high condition is extremely difficult. Condition matters more than many people realize. A scratched, worn penny might only sell for a tiny amount even if it's old. But a flawless uncirculated example with strong shine can attract serious collectors and huge offers. That's why coin grading exists. Professional grading companies examine coins under magnification and assign grades based on preservation. Coins graded MS65, MS66, or higher are considered premium quality. The higher the number, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Now let's move to the 1985 Lincoln 1 cent with no mint mark. This coin may look simple, but hidden treasures also exist here. Just like 1984, the Philadelphia Mint produced enormous numbers of pennies in 1985. Most are common, but rare minting mistakes and exceptional conditions separate valuable coins from ordinary ones. One of the biggest things collectors search for on 1985 pennies is doubling. Check the date carefully. Look closely at the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If the letters appear doubled or thicker than normal, you may have discovered a valuable variety. Some 1985 pennies also show off center strikes. This happens when the blank planchette was not positioned correctly during minting. Part of the design may be missing while another section appears stretched toward the edge. Off-center coins are highly collectible because every mistake is different. The more dramatic the error while still showing the date, the more valuable the coin can become. Another rare possibility is a clipped planchette error. This occurs when the coin blank was cut incorrectly before striking. A piece of the coin may appear missing from the edge in a curved shape. These unusual errors attract strong attention from collectors. But one of the most important things you must understand is this: not every old penny is valuable. Many people think age alone creates value, but rarity, condition, demand, and mint errors are what truly matter in the coin collecting world. That's why some pennies worth only 1 cent exist beside others selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And here's the crazy part: rare coins are still being discovered today. People continue finding valuable Lincoln cents inside old collections, bankrolls, inherited boxes, and pocket change. Some discoveries happen completely by accident. Imagine opening an old jar at home and spotting a rare double-die penny worth a fortune. That possibility keeps collectors searching every single day. Now let's talk about copper composition, because this is another interesting detail many viewers love. The 1984 and 1985 Lincoln cents were made mostly of zinc with a thin copper coating. Earlier pennies before 1982 contained mostly copper, which makes them heavier. Some collectors use digital scales to check coin weight because transitional errors and wrong planchet strikes can become extremely valuable. If a 1984 or 1985 penny somehow ended up struck on the wrong metal planchet, the value could skyrocket instantly. Mint errors are fascinating because they reveal mistakes inside the production process of the United States Mint. Coins are supposed to be perfect. So whenever something unusual slips through, collectors become excited because these errors are rare pieces of history. Now imagine the journey of these pennies. They were produced over 40 years ago, passed through countless hands, spent in stores, dropped into cash registers, forgotten inside drawers, and yet some still survive in incredible condition today. That's why coin collecting feels like treasure hunting. Every coin tells a story. And sometimes, that story can lead to an unexpected payday. Let's go deeper into what makes high-grade coins so valuable. Most pennies enter circulation immediately after being minted. They get scratched, dirty, faded, and damaged through everyday use. But occasionally, someone stores rolls of fresh coins safely for decades. These untouched coins preserve their original surfaces and mint shine. When grading companies certify them at extremely high levels like MS67 or MS68, collectors compete aggressively to own them because very few survive that well preserved. Auction prices for elite condition coins can become shocking. Even modern pennies can reach incredible prices if they are rare enough in top condition. That's why you should never clean your coins. Cleaning may seem like a good idea, but it actually damages the surface and lowers collector value. Professional collectors prefer original untouched surfaces, even if the coin looks old or dirty. So if you think you found a rare penny, leave it exactly as it is. Use gloves if possible and store it safely in a protective holder. Now here's a question for everyone watching. Have you checked your pocket change recently? Because the next valuable penny discovery could already be sitting inside your home right now. Many people ignore pennies completely. Some throw them away. Others leave them in jars for years. But smart collectors know valuable treasures can hide among ordinary coins. That's why searching pennies became one of the most popular hobbies in America. And the best part is you don't need expensive equipment to start. A simple magnifying glass, good lighting, and patience can help you identify rare details and mint errors. Now let's discuss one more important factor that increases value: population rarity. When grading companies certify coins, they keep records showing how many examples exist in each grade. If only a few coins survive in ultra-high grades, collectors are willing to pay much more. For example, a common penny in circulated condition may only be worth 1 cent. But if only a handful exist in MS68 red condition, the value can explode. Scarcity creates demand. And demand creates massive prices. This is why some collectors spend years building complete Lincoln cent collections. The Lincoln Penny series remains one of the most famous and beloved coin collections in American history. From wheat cents to memorial cents and modern shield cents, millions of collectors enjoy the thrill of searching for rare varieties. The 1984 double-deer penny especially became iconic because the error is so visible and famous within the collecting community. Even beginners can identify it with practice. And whenever a coin becomes widely recognized, collector demand usually grows even stronger. Now let's imagine a real scenario. A person visits the bank and buys several rolls of pennies just for fun. Hours later, while checking the coins carefully, they notice Lincoln's ear appears doubled. Suddenly, An ordinary 1-cent coin transforms into a valuable collectible. That excitement is exactly why people love coin hunting. You never know what you might discover. And remember this carefully. Condition plus rarity equals value. A rare error in terrible condition may still have value, but a rare error in nearly perfect condition becomes far more desirable. That's why storage matters. Keep coins away from moisture, fingerprints, and harsh environments. Even tiny damage can affect grading results. Now another thing collectors love about Lincoln cents is accessibility. Unlike gold coins or rare silver dollars, pennies are affordable to search. Anyone can start checking change immediately. That means valuable discoveries remain possible for ordinary people. You don't need to be rich to become a coin hunter. You simply need knowledge. And today, you're learning exactly what to look for in the 1984 and 1985 no-mint Mark Lincoln cents. Now pay close attention because this next part is important. Counterfeit coins also exist. Some people attempt to fake rare varieties by altering coins artificially. That's why serious collectors often rely on professional authentication services to verify valuable discoveries. If you believe your coin might be extremely rare, getting it authenticated could protect you from mistakes and help determine its real market value. Collectors trust certified coins more because they have been examined professionally. Now let's talk about auction excitement. When rare pennies appear at major auctions, collectors from around the world compete to buy them. Bidding wars can push prices much higher than expected, especially for famous errors and superb condition examples. This competitive demand is one reason coin values continue rising over time. Rare coins combine history, rarity, art, and treasure hunting all in one hobby. And Lincoln cents remain among the most collected coins ever produced by the United States Mint. Now think about this. The penny is one of the smallest denominations in America, yet some examples became worth more than luxury cars, houses, and even life-changing amounts of money. That's unbelievable when you really think about it. A tiny coin most people ignore could potentially become a major financial discovery. And that's exactly why checking your old coins matters. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this video and learning something new, make sure you subscribe to Coin Study and turn on notifications because we regularly reveal valuable coins hiding in everyday circulation. You never know which video could help you identify your next big discovery. Now back to the coins. One thing many beginners forget is to examine both sides carefully. Sometimes important errors appear only on the reverse side. Look for unusual lettering, weak strikes, die cracks, or strange marks around the Lincoln Memorial. Collectors study every tiny detail because even small differences can matter enormously. Patience is the secret weapon of successful coin hunters. Some collectors search thousands of pennies before finding something valuable. But that single discovery can make the entire search worthwhile. And here's something motivating. Rare coin discoveries are still happening right now across the country. People continue finding overlooked treasures every year. That means opportunities still exist. Your next penny could be the one everyone dreams about. And now we come to the most exciting part of this video. Some rare high-grade error versions of the 1984 and 1985 no-mint Mark Lincoln cents have reached astonishing prices in the collector market. Exceptional specimens with strong errors, beautiful red color, and top certification grades can command huge amounts at auctions. Certain reports and collector stories even mention values reaching incredible levels under extraordinary. That's why some people describe these pennies as potentially worth up to $100,000 million in sensational headlines and viral stories online. Whether those extreme numbers are realistic or not, one thing is absolutely true. Rare Lincoln cents can be worth far more than face value, and valuable discoveries continue happening every year. So before you spend another penny, take a closer look. Your pocket change might contain a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. And if you enjoyed this video, comment below and tell me the most interesting coin you've ever found. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other coin hunters because someone you know could already have one of these rare pennies without realizing it. Now let's continue because there are still more secrets about the 1984 and 1985 no-mint Mark Lincoln pennies that most people never hear about. One important thing experienced collectors always study is strike quality. Not all coins are struck the same way at the mint. Some coins show extremely sharp details, while others appear weak or blurry because the dies were worn out or the pressure was inconsistent during minting. On a strong strike penny, Lincoln's hair details will look crisp, the lettering will appear bold, and the Lincoln Memorial lines on the reverse side will stand out clearly. Coins with exceptional strikes are more attractive to collectors, especially when combined with bright original red surfaces. Now imagine finding a 1984 double deer penny with a perfect strike, glowing red color, and almost no marks. That kind of coin becomes extremely difficult to replace, which is exactly why collectors compete aggressively for them. Another fascinating thing about Lincoln cents is how tiny variations can completely change value. Two pennies may look nearly identical to beginners, but experts can spot important differences immediately. For example, one coin may have machine doubling, while another has true double die doubling. Machine doubling is usually common and less valuable because it happens during the striking process, but true double dies occur during die creation, making them much rarer and more collectible. This is why education matters in coin collecting. The more details you learn, the better your chances of spotting something valuable before anyone else notices it. Now let's discuss coin rolls. Many collectors visit banks regularly and request boxes of pennies to search through. This process is called coin roll hunting. They carefully inspect every coin one by one, looking for errors, varieties, old copper cents, and rare dates. Some people search thousands of coins weekly. And believe it or not, valuable discoveries still appear. Collectors have found double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and even wrong planchet errors hiding inside ordinary bankrolls. That's what makes the hobby exciting. Treasure can still be found in circulation. Now here's another important detail about the 1985 penny. Certain examples show noticeable die cracks and cuds. A cud forms when part of the die breaks away during production, leaving a raised blob of metal on the finished coin. These dramatic mint errors are popular because they look unusual and clearly show something went wrong during manufacturing. Every mint error tells a story about what happened inside the minting machines decades ago. Collectors love owning those stories. And the rarer the error, the greater the demand can become. Now let's talk about storage and preservation again, because this is critical. Many rare coins lose value because people store them improperly. Moisture, fingerprints, tape, glue, and cleaning chemicals can permanently damage surfaces. Professional collectors usually place valuable coins inside protective holders, flips, or capsules to prevent further wear. Even touching a coin carelessly can leave oils and fingerprints behind. That's why careful handling is so important. Now think about how many pennies exist across America. Billions of Lincoln cents were produced, spent, lost, and forgotten over the decades. Somewhere among those billions are rare varieties still waiting to be discovered by ordinary people. That possibility keeps collectors motivated every day. And maybe right now, while watching this video, someone already has one of these coins sitting nearby without realizing it. That's why awareness matters. The more people learn about rare pennies, the more hidden treasures begin surfacing. Now let's discuss grading companies in more detail. Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company are two of the most respected names in coin grading. They authenticate coins, assign grades, and seal them inside protective holders. Certified coins often sell for higher prices because buyers trust professional evaluations. A coin graded MS67 red or higher can become extremely valuable if very few examples exist in that condition. That's especially true for famous varieties like the 1984 doubled ear cent. Population rarity drives prices upward. If collectors all want the same rare high-grade coin but only a few exist, competition becomes intense. And intense competition leads to huge auction prices. Now here's something many beginners find surprising. Even tiny imperfections affect coin grades. A single scratch, fingerprint, stain, or weak strike can lower a grade significantly. That's why superb condition coins are so difficult to find decades later. Most pennies simply did not survive perfectly. They circulated too heavily. That's why uncirculated rolls stored safely for years can become incredibly important to collectors today. Now let's imagine another exciting scenario. A family cleans out an old relative's house and discovers forgotten coin jars stored away for decades. Inside one jar sits a bright red 1984 doubled ear penny in amazing condition. At first, it looks ordinary, but after closer inspection and professional grading, the coin turns out to be worth thousands. Stories like this happen more often than people realize. Rare coin discoveries are real. And many treasures remain hidden because people never check carefully enough. That's why videos like this are important. Knowledge can transform an ordinary penny into an extraordinary discovery. Now let's return to the incredible claims surrounding these coins. Online headlines often mention enormous values like $100,000 million to attract attention. While such numbers are sensational, the truth is still exciting because rare pennies genuinely can sell for impressive amounts depending on rarity, condition, and collector demand. The key is understanding which coins matter most. Not every 1984 or 1985 penny is valuable, but the right era, the right grade, and the right condition can create a highly collectible coin worth serious money. That's why experienced collectors inspect every detail carefully. And now you know what to search for too. Check the ear on 1984 pennies. Look for doubling on letters and numbers. Inspect for off-center strikes. Search for clipped planchets and die cracks. Examine color and surface quality. And always protect coins from damage, because your next penny discovery could surprise you. Before ending this video, remember one final thing. Coin collecting is not only about money. It's about history, excitement, learning, and the thrill of discovery. Every rare coin represents a unique piece of the past that survived decades to reach your hands today. And sometimes, the smallest coins create the biggest surprises. So tonight, before you ignore that jar of pennies sitting at home, take another look. Your hidden treasure could already be waiting for you. Thank you for watching Coin Study. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and share it with friends and family who love coin hunting. And comment below if you want more rare Lincoln penny videos because your next discovery might appear in our next upload.